What we are experiencing now is something that will occupy and change our country in the coming years. We want this change to be positive, and we believe we can accomplish that.
Miljoner människor är på flykt. På flykt undan krig och en fasansfull terror.
So we have to find a way to cooperate. It is finally it's about shared responsibility. If we share responsibility, we can handle.
I announced to our conference that my first action in this new position as leader of the Labour Party would be to come to a demonstration in support of refugees, the right to asylum and the human needs of people all over the world.
Es ist Recht der Frau, sich zu kleiden, wie auch immer sie möchte. Das ist meine Meinung dazu. Im Übrigen nicht nur muslimische Frauen, jede Frau kann ein Kopftuch tragen. Und wenn das so weitergeht, und damit bin ich schon bei der nächsten Frage, bei dieser tatsächlich um sich greifenden Islamophobie, wird noch der Tag kommen, wo wir alle Frauen bitten müssen, ein Kopftuch zu tragen. Alle. Als Solidarität gegenüber jenen, die es aus religiösen Gründen tun.
The bigots and deceivers in opposing greater responsibility sharing promote rupture. Some of them may well be in this hall this morning. If you are here, we say to you, we will continue to name you publicly. You may soon walk away from this hall, but not from the broader judgment of we the people, all the world's people, not from us. I thank you, Mr. President.
And so to suggest that having a travel ban against Muslim countries is the solution to the challenges we face is not realistic. It's a complex issue. What we want to do is make sure we give the security services and the police the resources they need to keep our citizens safe. We've got to make sure we tackle head-on this poisonous ideology, this twisted ideology. I speak as a Muslim. These terrorists don't represent the faith that I belong to.
And those are the people that we need to unite with. We need to be working alongside asylum seekers, refugees in this country, and we need to be able to strengthen those community groups. And we're being attacked because they want to divide us. And they want to divide us from the others in Europe who are also working on these issues. And I think it's such an important time that we're seeing the far right make gains all across Europe. Marine Le Pen is going to run in Pas-de-Calais, in the Calais area, and she's likely to win. This is no joke, because this is serious fascist party, the National Front in France.
I think there's a resurgence of anti-Semitism because at this point in time, Europe has not yet learned how to be multicultural. And I think we're going to be part of the throes of that transformation, which must take place. Europe is not going to be the monolithic societies that they once were in the last century. Jews are going to be at the center of that. It's a huge transformation for Europe to make. They are now going into a multicultural mode, and Jews will be resented because of our leading role. But without that leading role and without that transformation, Europe will not survive.
Il n'y a d'ailleurs pas une culture française. Il y a une culture en France. Elle est diverse, elle est multiple. This trouble. Second, I endorse my statements about Angela Merkel's decision, because I think when you speak about not just migrants but refugees, you speak about people leaving their countries because of a political regime and because they are killed for political reasons. Refugees are part of our DNA.
Behöver vi ju ha verksamheter runt om i vårt land, lokalt, där det finns, utifrån erfarenheter som socialtjänsten sitter på, så behöver de ju slussas tillbaka in i vårt demokratiska samhälle.
And we are, as you know, at crossroads in Europe today, where we have a choice. We can choose to go in the direction of darker paths, or we can build an inclusive and diverse society, a Europe. And I know what I and the Swedish government wants.
There are children's homes full in Italy and Greece, and over 1,000 children will sleep rough in Greece alone tonight. How are they safe? 10,000 children have disappeared in Europe. How are they safe? The agencies say that children are committing survival sex. They are being abused, subject to prostitution and rape. It is not insulting other European countries to offer to help. They want us to help. So will he reconsider his position on Alf Dub's amendment before it comes back to the vote, and stop with his attitude to lone child refugees, putting this House and this country to shame?
First of all, you're talking about the reaction of the French people. The French people are a great people.
Forgé à travers des générations
a people that has been forged over generations and generations of men and women who very often came from distant places. France is a people that has always been capable in its history, whenever essential things were at stake, to welcome those who were being persecuted and who were being displaced. And France has this honor to uphold, faced with the horror of what is going on.
France said very well, this is a defining moment for our union. Words are important, I believe. And the refugee crisis we're facing, not only us, but the region and the world, puts our deepest values, even our identity, to a test. It's a moment of truth, to see if we are really Europeans, and if we are really a union. That's it. Our responsibility to protect the life of human beings and human rights, and solidarity among member states and towards those that are in need. But let me also say very clearly that we cannot protect them only when they are far away from us. We have the duty to protect them, also them and all their fellows, also when they come close to us.
Obviously, the reason we're here is the suffering of refugees and the need to reduce that suffering. And we've talked a lot about that. But if I were to take away one idea from today, that's been echoed, I think, by a couple of my fellow speakers, is that this moment and this crisis is about us. It is up to us to act, and it is up to us to act not only to help others, but to help ourselves. This is our legacy, this is our time on earth. We have to do better than we have in order to live in societies that our children and grandchildren will look back and say, I'm proud to be part of that legacy.
Thank you, Gregory. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm really pleased to present today this European agenda on migration. After the hard work of the last few months, we are finally in a position to present a complete package for Europe's migration policy. To enforce solidarity, we are mobilizing an additional 60 million euros in emergency funding to support frontline member states. We will propose the triggering of the emergency mechanism to organize a fair relocation of asylum seekers from the member states under pressure to other member states based on a distribution key.